That the music, when Momo kicks it into high gear, is going to get a little bit loud in here. So your customers are going to have a hard time hearing you. So you may want to...
What?
Make sure they don't get too close.
It can happen just about anywhere.
It can happen anytime to anyone.
Do you know what to do if you face sexual harassment? Learn more at cbscares.tv.
Last winter, 11 celebrities.
Good morning. Thanks for joining us. I'm Kenny Choi.
And I'm Michelle Griego. This is your PIX Now update. Today, President Trump will try to win over the American public as he attempts to drum up support for his border wall plan and shift blame onto Democrats for the government shutdown. A live look at the White House this morning, where the president is preparing to make another pitch for his border wall in a primetime speech. President Trump wants nearly $6 billion for the wall. Vice President Mike Pence confirms the White House is investigating whether the president can get border security money by declaring a national emergency.
The American people will hear from the president tonight that we have a crisis and we have to address it.
Immediately after the president speaks tonight, Democrats will offer a rebuttal.
I expect the president to lie to the American people. Why do I expect this? Because he has been lying to the American people.
President Trump will visit the border on Thursday. Meanwhile, if an agreement to end the shutdown isn't reached by midnight, about 800,000 federal workers will miss this week's paycheck. And you can watch the president's address tonight on KPIX 5 starting at 6 o'clock.
Governor Gavin Newsom is spending his first full day in office, and in one of his first acts, Newsom is proposing an expansion of the state health care program to cover undocumented young adults as well. Right now, they can get state Medicaid coverage or Medi-Cal through age 19. Governor Newsom wants to raise the age limit to 26.
How far is it going to go? This would be just the first step to bring it up further and further. And how are we going to pay for it?
We don't want him to stop here. We hope that this is a positive beginning to something that really includes everybody.
Some state lawmakers are pushing to offer Medi-Cal coverage to all undocumented immigrants in California.
A North Bay middle school student is under arrest this morning. Police say the suspect was planning a mass shooting at 2 Napa schools. Napa investigators say the suspect, a River Middle School student, was looking at attacking his own school and Vintage High School. Police learned about the suspect's intention from a fellow student and found evidence at 2 homes. Police say the investigation is ongoing and several students are being interviewed. Now, today there will be a post-game news conference of the College Football National Championship at Levi Stadium.
KPIX 5's Kit Doe is in Santa Clara this morning with the details.
I'm Kit Doe. We're here at Levi Stadium in Santa Clara, where the big college football championship ended just a couple of hours ago between Alabama and Clemson. And you know, leading up to the game, there was a lot of chatter about how the ticket prices cratered and continued to fall leading up to kickoff. In fact, ticket prices were off 75% of what they normally were in previous years. That was enough to get some hardcore college football fans off the couch and into a plane or into a car. The mood at the stadium last night described by our crews as frenetic. Fans were decked out and head to toe in orange and purple. And so, yes, most of the seats were filled with just a couple of empty spots. However, leading up to the game, ticket sales were underwhelming, in large part because the fan bases are 2,500 miles away in South Carolina and Alabama. We talked with one fan visiting the Bay Area for the first time from Nashville who decided to make the trip just hours before the game when he saw lower-level front seats were just $800. That's about a third of what they would normally go for.
Big Bama fan, and the prices were dropping on the tickets, so why not make the trip, right?
So
This was a last-minute decision for you?
yeah, definitely made it in a day and just jumped on a plane and came out.
The 49ers are the host team and have said they're expecting to take a hit of about $8 to $12 million. They told us they're looking at the financial loss as an overall win because of all the value it brings to their partners and that it'll help them attract more high-profile events to the stadium. And so later on today, the Niners, along with the organizing committee, will be holding a debriefing press conference to go over these final numbers. That is happening at 10 a.m. In Santa Clara, Kit Doe, KPIX 5.
Let's get a check on our weather with Emily. We see a few showers in the radar right there.
Yeah, and actually for all those fans who are heading home this morning, there might be a few delays at the airport. Taking a look at our high-def Doppler, seeing exactly where those showers are right now. We're going to zoom in right to the Golden Gate. Those of you headed across the Golden Gate Bridge, you might see a few sprinkles on your windshield. That is slowly starting to make its way out. It's going to be showers on and off for the vast majority of the day. The real rain is going to be coming later this afternoon. You can see cloud cover, though, pretty much everywhere. Looking out of our Salesforce tower camera in San Francisco, 53 degrees at the moment, 49 in Santa Rosa, as well as Livermore, Concord, 51 degrees. So your headlines for today: cloudy certainly this morning, some showers depending on where you are, but nothing too dire. Then the real rain and the real wind is happening later in the day, in the evening hours on your way home. Wet weather is going to stick around all the way through the week with just a little bit of a break. Your high temperatures today, mostly a mix of the 50s and 60s. 61 degrees in Concord, 60 in Napa. Santa Rosa getting down to 59, as well as in Pacifica. San Francisco 60 today, Mountain View 61, and the warmest we're seeing is in San Jose, 63 degrees for your highs today. Your 5-day PIX Now forecast shows wind and rain really ramping up in the second half of the day, then petering out into showers on Wednesday. That's going to start to dissipate. We will have a break on Thursday before rain returns to the forecast on Friday, lingering into showers on Saturday. Guys?
All right, Emily, thank you. The age of paper receipts could be coming to an end if a Bay Area lawmaker gets his way. Later this morning, San Francisco Assembly member Phil Ting will unveil legislation to move businesses away from paper receipts and instead provide them digitally via text or email. According to Ting, up to 10 million trees and 21 billion gallons are used to create paper receipts in the U.S. each year, and he says his bill was significantly, whoa, it's a little tough to talk right now. I know, what is wrong? It will significantly help to cut down on waste. Whew.
A new invention unveiled at the Consumer Electronics Show in Las Vegas is being called the greatest thing since sliced bread. The device, called the BreadBot, can bake 10 loaves of bread per hour from scratch, all without a person at the controls. There are numerous breads to choose from, including wheat, 9-grain, and white bread. 3 grocery chains in the U.S. are reportedly going to test this device over the next few months, but BreadBot's makers are keeping their identity a secret for now. Looks pretty good.
Why? Well, I mean, it's not like you're making some crazy weapon. You're making a bread box. Why not be like, hey, I'm the bread box
maker?
And look at all the publicity that they missed out on.
Maybe it's Elon Musk, and he's like, you know, I took a hard
project.
left
Just
towards
another
bread.
project.
Could be. They want to see if it works and catches on first.
Bread.
Yeah.
All right. Well, we are going to be back with another update at the top of the hour.
You can always watch and listen to us on your Google Home and Amazon Echo devices.